And that's why I knew that education is something that I have to focus on. Education is what I care about, because that's wrong, and we should not be a statistic. So, I want to talk about 4 skills that I love teaching students, which is going to help all of us here. These are 4 skills that I've realized, whatever job you get, whatever sector you go into, whether you're an architect, a lawyer, a banker, a shopkeeper, there are 4 skills, right, that they are looking for. Number 1, so it's C, okay, you're right, the acronym is CAPE, okay, but C, communication and presentation. Communication and presentation. This is a skill, regardless of the industry you're going into, they are looking for. The second skill, or knowledge or insight, so we've got C, communication and presentation. We've got A, attitude and professional etiquette. Attitude and professional etiquette. What was C? A. P is planning, which is goal setting, setting goals, planning. Can you plan? Can you set goals? Can you set targets? And the last one is E. So it spells CAPE. The last one is E, which is evaluation. Can you make decisions well? So we have CAPE. C for communication and presentation. A for your attitude and professional etiquette. P, your planning, how well you plan and you set goals. E, evaluation, decision making. These are 4 skills that actually, put up your hand, I think these are 4 skills that a lot of your students in school actually struggle with. Put up your hand if you think, yeah, a lot of your hands are going up. Yeah. Because I realized that you can teach your children all the mathematician text in that book. You can cram as many literature for them to pass that English literature. You can show them as many experiments as you want, or science. But listen, your knowledge may get you to the door, but what will keep you in is your character, is your values, is how you conduct yourself. These are the things that actually the wealthy know and they're talking about. So, these 4 skills can be taught in your subjects. They can be taught in your subjects. You don't have to be a oracy teacher to now be doing presentations and communication. That's where sometimes us Nigerians, we get it wrong. We think, okay, that's nice, but me, I'm teaching maths, so how is this going to help 2 plus 2? But actually it can. So I'm going to ask 3 people. Would anyone, 3 volunteers, like to come? Okay, we've got, is that what? No, that's not one. Okay, come, quickly. 1, 2, okay, and 3. Okay, we've got, sorry, we've got our 3. We've got, oh. Okay, fine. Okay, sorry, sir. Okay, we have got 3 volunteers. Okay, this is actually one of the ways that in Transcend we like to show students how they can equip themselves in these 4 skills very quickly. So you're going to pick an item. I'll tell you in a moment. You're going to pick an item on the bag. I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Okay. You are going to prepare a 1-minute pitch selling this item to all of us. Okay. Why is this item so important in life? What can we get out of this item? Why is it worth the purchase? Yeah? Okay, who would like to go first? Name. Okay, so what's your name? I'm Mrs. So please, you pick any item from the bag. One. Can you take out the item? Okay, which one are you doing? Are you doing the box or what's inside? You want to check what's inside. Quickly open it. Okay, so that's her item. Okay, who would like to go next? Okay, so that means you're picking. You've got a pen. Okay, so sir, you're going to sell us a map. Okay, so 60 seconds. Okay, do you want to come to the front? 60 seconds. You're going to sell this to us in 60 seconds, okay? Off you go.
Everyone, with me I have a mug. And the mug with me is not just a cup that just speak anyhow or you just see anywhere. And this mug you really need every day. You need it every day because all of us we need to take
hearing more about the ability of the pen. Okay? Good. The difference between her pen and this pen. Why? What makes your pen so special? Very good. Well done. And then last but not least, we have the bag. Okay? I enjoyed the bag. I like the fact that you mentioned about it not being transparent, because yes, it's true. I don't want anybody to know what's inside my bag. So I like that. Good. What feedback do we have for him? Okay, the quality of the bag, the durability of the bag. Good, well done. So let's pick our winners. Put up your hand if our first person comes to the middle is the one that you were most convinced. You felt the presentation was excellent. Out of the three, put up your hand. Okay? Just be looking. Just be looking at the. Okay, please. 20. Okay, hands down. Okay, our second lady, do you want to just come to the front? She demonstrated the pen. Put up your hand if actually she should win this. Don't you did well. Don't mind them. 1, 2, 3. They're coming. 4, 5. Okay, and last but not least, okay, the gentleman. Put up your hand. Okay, put up your hand if you believe he actually was the best in terms of presentation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Can I please have the bag? Can I please have the pen? Okay. So it looks like the winner from the what I will see goes to be a footballer. I don't need this. I'm good. See how they need geography. You see, things that they're doing, you can help them.
A public speaker, but you're not able to express yourself. So let's practice. There's different ways that if you know where they want to be, you can help empower them. So as educators, we are not just going to teach them, read the textbook, write the textbook, just be speaking and speaking and speaking to them. That's not teaching. We're not going to just teach for the test. We're teaching to unlock futures. We're teaching to transfer knowledge and prepare the minds of people so that whether your child ends up in Abuja, they end up in Lagos, they travel abroad to the UK, they compete. They are. Doesn't matter about how much money they have in their bank account. They can speak eloquently. Doesn't matter how much. They know to dress well. They know to wear deodorant. They know to do their hair properly. They know how to communicate and shake hands and give eye contact. So let's not just teach the subject. Let's all be mindful of this. They're going to be judged by outside and find little ways to help them in this future and in this society. Thank you all so much for your time. Wait, let me just check that there's time for question. Is there time for question? How long do we have for question? 3 questions. Okay, that's good. Yes, sir.
Yeah, my question is, you said something in terms of communication and present. Opinion. What in a situation whereby giving the students rooms to give maybe give suggestion or the other on one particular point you are discussing in the class. At the end of the day, it doesn't reflect in their performance. What is missing? What can be done? Just give an example now. If you give room for students to participate in the class, it will reflect in their performance. What if you have 1%?
Okay, so opposite that, maybe you have to go back to were we just talking for talking's sake, or were we actually talking about the content and what is needed to learn? Okay, that's number one. Number two, it's not just about verbally talking, it's the note-taking that the student is also doing as well. So I think the main thing is not to get distracted, right, from what we're teaching. The main thing is that you're not just talking for 20 minutes, you're asking students questions to give you the answer, you're asking students for their thoughts and opinions based whatever is relevant to the topic. Okay? So you are the teacher, you'll be able to know the discretion on whether this is something that the students can contribute to, or whether actually, they cannot contribute to this section, right? But I'm sure if you're doing everything else that you need to, which is assessing students, checking for answers, giving feedback, you should be able to know where the level that your student is at. So what they do in the exam should not really surprise you. Okay? Yes. Just the gentleman there, yeah.
Thank you.
Good day, everybody. My question is,
where students are taking or pupils are taking not only on cognitive, And here in Nigeria and perhaps in Africa, we focus more on if a child cannot say what photosynthesis is, he has not learned anything. Now how do we marry the situations where as a teacher I can probably prepare my questions in such a way that it will take care of cognitive and the other domains of learning?
Okay, so that's really good. So I think sometimes in Nigeria, what we do is we like to do call and response. So photosynthesis means this, and then we do it right. Just because they have said it doesn't mean that it's processed, right? So a question, obviously, what is photosynthesis? So what is photosynthesis? Can somebody tell me what is photosynthesis? Okay, how plants get their food? From what? From the sun. Okay, so the first question can be, what is photosynthesis? Obviously, that's a very easy question. But another question can be, what is the process where the sun gives food to the plants, right? Then you give that to a child. If they can say photosynthesis, then clearly they know the meaning, right? So there's ways that we can switch questions. Instead of just always saying, what does this mean? You can show the meaning and say, match this up to the right word. Sometimes I will even say, fill in the blank. When the sun does this, what then happens? And then they have to now fill in the blank. These are ways shown to me that you know what photosynthesis is there. It's not just call and response. Okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
That's okay. You know what? Sorry, we've only gotten 2 from this side. We've got nobody from this side.
My name is Olamide Akin.
Don't worry.
I'm glad to be here with you.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The 4 skills you mentioned earlier, how can this be applicable in overpopulated schools? Like a school where you have 115 students that you have to teach, and I have what needs to take this. So how can I apply such skills in that class?
Yeah, that's really good. It's tough when you've got 150 students all in one room. I think the main thing is, number one, is how you plan your okay? Because how you plan your lesson, you can ensure that those skills are effective, embedded in your lesson. So, I might say the first 5 minutes, I'm going to talk about this, and then I'm going to ask this question, okay? Or maybe I'm going to ask these 2 questions for the class. I'm going to pick the 2 people here. You can even, depends on your school they allow. Sometimes, if I have 150 students in my class and we're all grouped together, I'll speak to the principal and say, for my lesson, can I please just quickly go outside? I'll put them all in groups. I'll now say groups of 6. Or yeah, pick your leaders. Your leaders are the only people that should be speaking, right? At this time, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. We're going to discuss this question, and then your speaker will have to now explain to me what you have discussed. And they have a bit more space. They've communicated amongst their peers. They've had to decide what they're going to say to the teacher, what they're going to feed back to the teacher. They've had to do critical thinking. Right. So again, if you embed it in your planning, regardless of whether you have 100 children, 20 children, 10 children, whether you're choked in the classroom or outside, it will be there. For example, this talk that I've just done, I've helped with communication, attitude, all of these different skills, that I've just said. I've done that with however 100 people are in this room, right?
Please, let's rise together for her. Are we learning? Yes. Okay, now we're going to have a breakout session. But before we do that, I heard our teachers, the teachers here, are so talented that they can actually spell using their brain. So when I heard it, I was like, what does that even mean? How does that even make sense? How can this spell? So I want to pick out a few people. Let's see how we can do that. She's here. She has been been my partner since we started. So step out. And also, ma'am, you're looking good. Okay. So firstly, we're going to start with her. She's going to spell the word pencil. Using her body, she's not going to say with her mouth. She's just going to spell pencil. Please watch and learn. Are we ready? What's your name, ma'am? Mrs. Adenike. Spell the word pencil without using your words. 1 to go. Spell the word house. House. Okay, you come up with the spelling, right? H-O-U-S-E. Whatever one you want. Whatever one.